Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another 20 sales over £20 eBay reselling solds video. Not catchy. 20 over 20 is what we're going with. Now these are all sales from November and December of 2022 and you're not seeing this until February 2023, but they're very generic items. So although they sold in the run up to Christmas and some of them may of course have been bought as Christmas presents, that doesn't mean they won't sell all year round. I apologise if you can hear somebody using a hammer drill in the background. That's just... I swear to God, the word goes out, somebody in the street is making a YouTube video and bang, let's get the hammer drill out. Over to the screen. First up, we've got this Kate Spade tablet zip case. Although it looks like two items in that packet there is actually, it's just one item, these are joined together. And I bought this at the car boot sale, and I think I paid a £5 for it. To be sure, I'd have to go back through records, and I can never bother, as you know. Now, you'll see that I sold it on best offer for, I actually sold it for £26. So, for some reason, when you sell on best offer, it doesn't always tell you what the best offer price was that you sold it for. But that actually sold for £26 plus postage, and I had it listed a while. I had it listed from September the 23rd, and it sold in late November. So yeah, so it was listed a while. It had quite a few watches as soon as it went up. Kate Spade is a very good brand. You don't see a lot of Kate Spade stuff at the boot sale or anywhere else for that matter. It's an expensive brand. I'm trying to turn so that you won't get the light on the glasses, but don't think I can do anything about that. Sorry about that. Next up, this Nigella Living Kitchen black canister. I bought this in Yate, and I think it was when I was with Lex. Pretty sure I went to Yate with Lex, although now I'm doubting myself. I did go to Yate with Lex. Lex, did you and I go to Yate together? I think we did. Doubting myself. It might have been Tammy. Might have been Tammy. Anyway, I know I wasn't with Josh. That's the only thing I can be sure of, is it wasn't one of the trips when I went with Josh. It might have been Tammy. And I paid $2.99 for it, I think, in the charity shop in Yate, and it sold $21.99 and very quickly. The black ones are harder to come by, apparently. So Nigella Living Kitchen stuff always sells quite well for me, but I think I've got a feeling the entire range is discontinued. I've got a feeling you can't buy Nigella Living Kitchen anymore, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I do know that some stuff is more sought after than others, and maybe the black is popular because you can write on it with chalk or something, because people are doing chalk pen labels, aren't they? Maybe it's that. This one sold very quickly. I definitely bought this when I was with Lex. I bought two the same. It was just before Christmas, about a week before Christmas. Lex came over to do Christmas shopping and whatever, Christmas presents, and I got two of these for $5.99 each. That's a lot for me to pay, but I was a bit spendy that day. Got two for $5.99 each. I've sold one, the other one's still in stock, but I got full price $24.99 for that one, and it sold on it sold a few days after, but it went live on Boxing Day, and it sold a few days after being listed, I think. So yeah, $24.99 out of $5.99 on that one, and there's another one in stock. Starbucks mugs usually sell well, but some sell better than others. They wouldn't normally command this higher price, but these are collectible ones. These You Are Here ones. They do a whole range, and people collect them from the places they travelled to. So maybe they couldn't get this one when they were in California. Who knows? This is a soft toy bundle. They're not very big. I think they're about 7 or 8 inches. 10 inches, there you go. Toy Story soft plush bundle mini, 10 inches, Jessie and Woody. I don't know why I've got Buzz in there, because Buzz is not there, but they haven't written back and said Buzz should be there, so thank goodness for that. I got these at the car boot sale, and they were 50p each, and they were very, very grubby. They've both been through the washing machine, and they've both been debobbled before I could sell them, but they did sell for £21, not $23.99, as you can see I took a best offer. £21 for the pair, and they sold just before Christmas, so presumably they've gone off to be a Christmas present for somebody. Next up is a Huggle Henry Hoover red miniature vacuum cleaner plush soft toy. Again, always worth picking up these. Always sell them for quite strong prices. If you can get the more unusual colours, they come in yellow and green and stuff, and those ones are a lot more hard to find and a lot more popular. So, but even so, $21.99 sold for full asking price on that one. $21.99 with postage, of course. Everything I'm showing you is with postage, unless I say otherwise, but I think they're all with postage. This one had been in stock for a long time. It was, weird shape. I don't know why my photo ended up that shape. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. I don't know why. Came in the sacks. I used to get bulk buy clothing sacks. I haven't had any for a while. I don't know if the lady I got them off is still there. But it will have cost me less than 50p. When you hear me say the words "it came from the sacks," it cost me less than 50p, and it sold for £22 on a best offer. This is the second time it's sold. The first time it sold, it came back because the lady said it wasn't as long as she thought. It's really flipping long. It's I don't know how tall this lady was, but it's really long, and yet it wasn't as long as she thought, apparently. These are Irregular Choice Mutiny black leather and suede court shoes, and I got these from my local charity shop for $5.99. I'm not quite sure why they had priced them so low, because mostly charity shops know about Irregular Choice, but there we go. They have sold for £22 again on a best offer. This Remington curler, it's a Curl Revolution, the barrel rotates, and I listed it. You can see there's my Christmas backdrop there, so you can see that I listed it during Vlogmas. You can see I listed it during Vlogmas because there's the lights in the background, and it sold quite quickly. It sold within a few days of being listed, and it went for £21.99 plus postage. It came from the car boot sale, and I never pay more than a couple of quid for hair tools at the car boot sale, so it won't have cost me more than £2, maybe £3 at the most. Probably more like £2, and possibly a quid. This is autographed cashmere jumper. You may remember me saying in the last 20 over 20 video that I bought a load of cashmere from one guy at the car boot sale. This was one of those pieces. I paid £5 per jumper, and this sold for $39.99. This is autographed at Marks & Spencer. And I think I said also in the last video that Caroline and I looked at cashmere in Marks & Spencer. The reason it sells so well secondhand is because first hand from Marks & Spencer for 80 quid. 80 quid for a jumper. No wonder people are buying them on eBay, eh? So $39.99 out of a fiver for that one. Another hair appliance. This is the Babyliss 2667U Curl Secret. This is a proper weird piece of kit, this. You put your hair into this bit at the end here, and it sort of twirls it, and a bit like... anybody out there remember Twirly Curls Barbie? Twirly Curls Barbie, when I was a kid in the 70s, you put her hair in and you turn this thing and it curled her hair, and then if you turned it too much it broke and tangled her hair up. Anyway, Curl Secret automatic ionic hair curler sold for £31 plus postage, not $34.99, £31 plus postage. Hi Molly. Molly's just jumped on the desk. But her face will probably appear here any second. Oh, she's looking out the window at the moment. This was a real winner. These are Franco Giorgi by Quadrifoglio oval serving plates, and they were big. They're 14 inches, a big, massive serving plate. I sold 3 to the same chap, and although they've got $14.99 there, he had 3 for £36 on an offer. So I sold basically £12 each for the 3 at £12 each. I paid 10p each. From a house clearance guy, I paid 10p each, so to get 30p into 36 quid, I like that. I like that a lot. There was a fourth plate, but it was badly crazed, and so I put that on a separate listing, and that one went for $7.99. I lowered the price on that because of the crazing, and the person was perfectly happy to pay $7.99 for it. So yeah, so altogether those 4 plates that cost me 40p sold for 43 quid. Obviously before fees, obviously. A pair of Karen Millen, almost orange. They're more orange in this picture than they actually look in real life, and I did make that clear to the buyer. They're more of a reddish tweed in real life. I've put red pinky, but they're tweed wide leg trousers, and they were listed for a long time. They came out of the Saks, cost me 50p at the most, and they came out of the Saks and they were listed for forever and a fortnight, but they finally sold for $27.99 plus postage. $27.99, not $32. These Disney Winnie the Pooh curtains came from the car boot sale. I think I paid £3. It was a house clearance guy again, although it was a different one. I think they were 3 quid. They sold for $21.99 plus postage. Kind of a half funny, poignant story here. These Emma Bridgewater Mr. and Mrs. Toaster Marmalade wedding vows mugs sold for £21, and I was very pleased to get it. And the lady left me positive feedback. Unfortunately, in her feedback, she put, "Very pleased with the mugs. Sadly, my husband left me 3 days later." Hashtag awkward. However, I was pleased with the sale, and she didn't ask if she could return the mugs at least. Hello, Molly. You okay? You alright? Yeah? You just needed to be in the video? Did you need to be in all the videos? Yeah? Okay. The camera's there. Good girl. Do you want to sit down? Sit. No? You don't want to sit. Do you want to ignore me and do exactly what you please? Lovely. I'm glad we came to an agreement. Good girl. She's not a good girl. So yeah, $21.99 plus postage. Oh, was it 20? I think it was £21 plus postage for those. This was a lovely sale. Molly, please stop kissing. Lovely sale. This Awakening Through Sound. It's one of those meditation kind of CDs. And I think I paid about £1. I had 3 or 4 of them. I think I've still got think I've still got one left, but they're really good prices, really strong prices on Amazon and eBay. This sold for $29.99 without any best offer or anything like that, plus postage. And this one went overseas. It went off on the GSP to somewhere else. I'm not sure where. Molly, no more kisses, okay? Can you get down? Come on. Down. She's now sitting in her bed on the desk, looking out the window and looking at me alternately. So yeah, this was a really good pickup. It's one of those kind of getting to know yourself kind of things, I think. Another nice pickup was this Peruvian Connection charcoal alpaca jumper. This was from the charity shop in Yate. And I was definitely with Tammy that day. I got 3 pieces of Peruvian Connection all in one day. They hardly ever turn up. And I did put it out in a video. I paid £5 for each of them. So this one sold for £40 plus postage. This next one sold for £45 plus postage. I mean, I don't like it personally, but somebody loved it. There was a third piece that sold for £30 plus postage, but that one's coming back because the lady says it doesn't fit. So even so, £5 on each of them to sell them all for those money. That's really, really good. So pleased with that. And here's another one I was pleased with. All a curly linear stem PVC table. It's just a piece of linear stem fabric. That's all it is. And I think it came from a charity shop, and I can't remember how much I paid, but not very much, a couple of quid. I never pay very much for anything, I'm tight. Sold for £22 plus postage. Another piece of Nigella Living Kitchen. This actually came from the big job lot of stuff that I bought from one of you guys back in the summer. I bought craft stuff and several Nigella kitchen bits, and this was in there. And I think this is one of the last pieces to sell. So it is mixing cups, measuring cup set. And it went for £40 plus postage. Pleased with that one. Nearly done. This Kenwood K-Mix glass mixing jug. These go on to big K-Mix stand mixers. You know, like if you watch British Bake Off, I think they use the KitchenAid ones there, but K-Mix do one as well. I've got one myself. And these parts, if you see them, always worth picking up because they're expensive. The extras that you buy for those big stand mixers are really expensive. This jug, if you buy it new, costs you about 70 or 80 quid. So I was very, very happy to pick one up for, I think, a £5 at the car boot. So it might have been £4 and sold for £38.99 plus postage. And then this last one isn't over 20 quid, although it was listed at 23, it sold £19.99, but I decided to sneak it in because I was so pleased to sell it. I picked this up in the street. Somebody had put, literally, it was sitting down outside somebody's bin. Somebody put it next to their bin. And I was like, oh, that's an unusual design. I didn't recognise I'm not much up on pottery. I didn't recognise the name or anything, but I thought it was a pretty design and it looks very, you know, kind of like 60s in style. It's not, I think it's retro rather than vintage. Vintage style rather than vintage, but it sold for £19.99, and that's not bad for a freebie that you picked up in the street, is it? That's it, that's the lot. I hope you've enjoyed this 20 sales over £20 video. I know every time I ask you guys what kind of videos you'd like to see next, you always say we'd like to see more sales videos, so my aim is to please, obviously. I hope you've enjoyed it and maybe got some ideas about stuff that you might pick up to resell in future, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye for now.